Hi, welcome to part two. Well, after the two men, after Saul and Samuel got done talking on the roof, well, almost done, the last thing that Samuel told Saul is, "You're going to be the first king of Israel." And I imagine that Saul's jaw dropped. He was wondering why Samuel was giving him all this information, and he just couldn't believe it. He said, I raise cattle and donkeys, and I raise sheep. I'm a farmer." And then Samuel said, "Well, you're also going to be a king, the first king of Israel." So then he proceeded to bring Saul down the steps from the upper patio to the lower patio. And he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, everybody? I would now like to introduce you to the first king of Israel. His name is Saul." And the people, "Yay, we've got a king," and they're throwing their hats in the air and their spoons or whatever. Kids are jumping all over. Everybody's so happy. Well, the party lasted for quite a while, and Saul was head and shoulders above everybody else. He's a tall, handsome young man. And they're all shaking hands or whatever they did to greet each other in those days. And it was just a wonderful time. And, well, it was starting to get late, so they all decided to pack up and go home. You can tell I'm just cutting to the chase with this. But they decided to pack up and go home. And as the last of the guests were leaving, excuse me, as the last were leaving, Samuel said, "You know what? I'm going to walk partway home with you," because Saul was really anxious to get back home. And he said, "Boys, I'm going to walk partway with you." And so it was Samuel, Saul, and his buddy that was helping him look for the cattle. And as they were going down the pathway, or down the road, Samuel said, "Oh, let's stop right here." And he told the servant, not the servant, but the buddy, told him to go on home. The cattle were all home. All the animals were fine. You go on home, and Saul will catch up with you. But he had Saul kneel down there by the road, and he took a little flask or a little cruet of olive oil out of his pocket. And he told Saul to kneel down on the ground, because Saul was such a tall guy to begin with anyway. And he anointed his head with oil, and he said, "I now anoint you to be the first king of Israel in the name of the Lord." And so that made it official. And to let Saul know that this is for real and that he really was a prophet, Samuel said, "As you go down the road a little ways, first you're going to meet a man that's going to tell you that your livestock are all home and they're just fine. And if you go farther down the road on your way home, you're going to meet a couple of men, or 3 men actually. They're going to have 2 loaves of bread under their arms, and they're going to give them to you to sustain you on the rest of your journey home. And then when you get farther down the road, you're going to meet a group of men who all love the Lord very much. And these group of men are going to be talking of all the things that the Lord has done for them and done for Israel. And you're going to enjoy it. They're going to include you in the conversation. And these things will confirm to you that what I have said today is true." So Saul did that, and then sure enough, all of those things happened, and he got home. His dad was so glad to see him again, and he was happy to get back to plowing the field and doing his ranching. But now there's a thing that's different. He is also now the king of Israel, and it's going to stay that way for maybe a week. Peace and quiet. But there's something really interesting coming up. There's a evil nation that wants to take the eyes out of some people. Oh, it's awful. Anyway, that's another story. But right now, they've got their new king. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks.